today, Stockton is to Stockton Town. In goal number 1, Michael Arthur. Number 2, Matthew Garland. Number 3, James Guisborough. Number 4, Nathan Mulligan. Number 5, John Robinson. Number 6, Dale Mulligan. Number 7,
Get in!
Hold! Still in!
Three 3-1 win over Guisborough Town. What are your thoughts on today's game?
Just said there, the lads very proud of that performance, proud of the way that we saw the game through. Had to deal with some pressure there after they got their goal at 2-1. But I think we stuck together well, and everything else that we did well. Back-to-back wins now, so very happy with that.
In the first 10 minutes, you couldn't really see, a goal coming from Stockton. I thought a lot of pressure from Guisborough, and then eventually you got 2 goals in a short space of time. When I'd say Guisborough fell asleep a bit.
Yeah.
It's just great to obviously take advantage when the opposition isn't on the game for like a short period of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've spoken about taking chances when we get them, and
that's pretty much what I was getting at.
How if you miss chances at this level and then a team comes back the other end and scores. And we scored 2 goals in 2 minutes there, which ultimately decides the game at that point. Sonny's finish was superb, and Nathan's strike with a little deflection on the way through was fantastic as well. I think we were just coming into the game a little more there. The first 10 minutes was a little bit difficult to get over the game just because the surface is a little bit long. Passes were being underhit, then they were being overhit. And then double goal there in the 2 minutes, and that's really killed the game off. And we've come very, very close to scoring a third with the people. We just put one wide, which was sort of 5 minutes after that. So yeah, score goals when you're on top like that and take your chances, then everything's good.
Yeah, and just a slight dampener on the first half with Jordan Robinson going off. Have you got an update on that one?
Yeah, he's just twins his groin a little bit. As he's turned, he's opened out, he's felt his groin pull a little. So we'll assess that a little bit more detail probably on Monday, and we'll just see how. I mean, if he's going to be out for a couple of weeks, so be it. He's got a little twinge in his back and his knees cause him a little problems, but this is what we're going to encounter with Jordan, who's coming back from injury, and he's still getting himself match fit. We're going to find that there's going to be little niggles here and there, and it's just a case of managing him. We don't need to rush him, because the time that he was on the pitch today, he was very, very good again.
Yeah, and just for their goal, a penalty. I mean, I was on the far side, so towards the sun, so I couldn't really see it from my point of view. I mean, what did you make of it?
Well, he's turned very quickly, he's got away, and James Risborough's behind him and trying to catch him, put his hand on his back 5 yards outside the box, and then he's fell into the box, which you can clearly see. The referee can't see it very well from where he is, because he's got the same problem as you with the sun in his eyes, and he said he's continued to foul him into the box, which is, I think he probably knows, and the linesman probably knows that he's got the decision wrong, and ultimately we won the game anyway. But it's a bit disappointing when a decision goes against you that way, in such a way that gives a penalty away, which was probably 2-3 yards out the box by the time he's finished taking his hand off him. So not a penalty for me, but we're not going to whinge about it. We're still 3-1.
And a win against the Teesside team. I mean, the thing with these sort of games is both sets of players have played for both teams, so you know each other well, and obviously you're above Guisborough at the moment. I mean, how big would it be to like finish on top and be the top dog from Teesside in sort of the Northern League area?
Yeah, that's something we've not looked at really. I mean, it is, I suppose, classed as a derby, and it's heated at times between us and Guisborough, so it's good to come out on top with that, and they do like to put in some firm tackles from time to time, so it's nice to see we match them in that area. But ultimately we're looking at continually going up the league, and if we have to beat anybody else along the way, then whether it be Guisborough from Teesside or Morpeth or whatever, any team that's higher up, obviously not in our league anymore, but any team that's miles away from where we are, I couldn't care less whether it's Teesside or not.
Yep, and next weekend Penrith. I mean, how do you approach that game? Because they've been, well, terrible so far this season in the bottom two.
Should have used Penrith as a team that was quite far away rather than Morpeth, really.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Penrith obviously have not had the best start to the season, but we'll go in there and respect them, and hopefully we can continue this little run. Another 3 points at this stage is very big, because it's so tight at the top with 5 teams on 18 before today. We're sitting in 8th place, 3 points off the top. That another 3 points again at this stage it keeps you in touch with them. So yeah, Penrith haven't started the season very well, but the last thing you want to do is go and slip up against somebody who's right at the bottom of the league and struggling for points, and they'll be battling for that. They don't want to slip up against us. Sorry, they don't want to get beat against us. They want to go and try and take a little scalp. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah, and you just say about the league being so tight. I mean, nobody can be picked out as a champion so far, but you know, if somebody goes on a 5, 6, 7, 8 game winning streak, people might start talking about them.
Exactly, that was the key to our success last year, the run that we put together. So we have to start little runs off now, and any team that does that, having not looked at the results for the day yet, I don't know whether there's been any wins, draws, whatever. If you can start putting together 3, 4, 5 wins, you'll start edging away, because like you said, it's very tight at the top.